Having an idea for a video or a series is great, but how do you go from that initial idea to a finished video? That's exactly what we're covering in this video. I'm breaking it down into the 6 steps that I go through. At the end, I'm going to give you a powerful fill in the blanks worksheet that will help you to craft all this out for all of your future videos. And I want to say right up front, don't underestimate the value of properly scripting out your videos. I've made videos in the past that I recorded off the cuff, and after spending the day filming and editing, I uploaded them and thought, what a load of rubbish. If I'd have gone through this process, I may have scrapped it early on, or more likely I'd have rewritten it. This is where the real work takes place, so let's jump in. I'm Adrian Salisbury and I help people create professional looking videos just like this. I realised I was helping people with the mechanics of filming the videos, but I haven't provided any specific guidance for scripting. So here it is. Now we're looking specifically at YouTube videos here, but this could apply the same if you're making a course video too. Our content is typically an answer to someone's question, a solution to their problem. For example, I was asked by a few of my students for guidance on making videos specifically for YouTube. So that led to this whole training series. But that was just one of many ideas that I scribble down all the time. And they're the source of my weekly videos. So start there and use some method of logging potential video ideas. I use a free program called Trello, as you're going to see in a minute. But you could use something as simple as the Notes app in your phone. So let me take you over the stages I went through to take this initial idea and turn it into the video you're now watching. Step 1, waking up my brain. Sitting at my desk in the afternoon isn't going to cut it for me. I make a note of that question that I'm going to turn into a topic, and I head out with my dictaphone and walk the dog. I just hit record and start blurting out whatever comes to my mind on the topic. I'm not bothered about the order, I'm just waking up my brain at this stage. Step 2, brainstorming your idea. I get back to my office, or better still, I go and visit the local coffee shop and I start scribbling on an A4 page all the thoughts that have come off of that dictaphone and anything else that comes to mind on the topic. When you download that worksheet, I've left a whole page blank for this stage. So I've started with my question in the middle of the page and I surround it with all of my thoughts. There's no wrong things to put down. If something ends up not fitting in this time, then it may well be a future topic all on its own. So put it down anyway. I keep going till I dry up, then I go away, do something else for a bit and then come back to it. If this is a topic that I need to research, then now's the time I go and check it out and see what other people are saying. Not to copy them, but to get another perspective and add more value to what I'm creating. Don't be surprised if what you expected to be a single video turns into a mini series. And you'd be better to make several 5 to 10 minute videos than have an hour-long masterclass. Put yourself in your viewer's shoes. How would you prefer to consume your training? Step 3, structuring the content. Now I'll work out how I'm going to divide all this up. What stands out as a headline or a topic idea? Then what order will this lot go together in? And this doesn't have to be set in stone. I jump over to my computer, I open up one of these Trello boards and I start organising all of these random thoughts. Trello does a lovely job of allowing me to make tags in effect and then move them around and organise them. I explain how to set up Trello in that accompanying worksheet if you're interested. As I move them off my sheet onto the computer, I like to strike them off. I just like ticking things off. Now on Trello, I end up with a structured order. When I'm happy, it's time to move on to step 4. Step 4 is fleshing it out. Now I go through every item and add as much content to it as possible. I'll add a brief description to the Trello topics, but as there's no formatting, I open up a Pages document and start writing out my script as I would say it. There are so many reasons why I write it out in long form like this. Here's a few. 1, I get to lay the video script out in front of me and decide where I should add B-roll footage or slides, and I add all those notes in a different colour to this document. 2, I preview this with my wife and business partner. Sometimes she'll add something really obvious that I missed or say, I got no idea what you just said, which reminds me not to speak in jargon. And it just gives me an opportunity to get feedback before I've gone to the trouble of filming and editing. 3, I get to see how long the video will be. If it's getting longer than 7 or 8 minutes, I'll consider breaking it down into multiple videos. Shorter videos with one action item are the best way to deliver your training. Is that what we've done in this video? It's not, is it? Number 4, the main reason I write it out as I would say it is because I want to use a teleprompter, and in my experience this only works when I write the script exactly as I'm going to say it. Number 5, I use this script to make a written blog post on the same topic. If you head to my blog, you'll see that each time I make a video for YouTube, I'm also adding a blog post. I simply paste it from here into that document, make a few edits so that it makes sense, and it gives me a second piece of valuable content from that one video. 6, the same tweaked script from the blog post can now be easily lifted and repurposed again as my YouTube description. 7, finally, the script makes a great tool when it comes to editing, especially if you're outsourcing it to someone else. I write the video files next to the sections, and if I need to make adjustments after their edit, it's easy to write them in here. Trust me, it is a great tool. So there's lots of reasons there to write out a full-length version of your video script. Step 5, formatting for YouTube. Unlike a video that might make up an online course, for YouTube you need a few key ingredients. 1, an intro that hooks your viewer in the first few seconds. Tell them what you're going to be covering, why they should stick around, and what the outcome will be. 2, a bumper. This is your little branded ad that goes on all your videos. You saw mine at the start, the little black and white section. 3rd, your content. Now's when you deliver the value and teach what you came up with in those earlier steps. 4 is your call to action. Before you finish, give your viewers an action item. What do you want them to do? I'm going to be encouraging you to download my free worksheet, which just allows you to take what I've taught you in this video to the next level and encourages you to really take action on this training. 5, the end screen. You'll also see this in action at the end of the video. I recommend the next video to watch if you want more, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so now we're on to step 6, which is hitting record. Now, if you've worked through this in batches, you'll have a high-level document or a Trello board and a word-for-word script ready to go. So let's get recording. If you plan to use a teleprompter, then now's the time to get the script onto your iPad or phone. Or if you're just going to use notes, then you can highlight through your script and read a sentence at a time. Look at your computer, read your script, come over and deliver it, go back to your computer and work that way. It's super easy just to cut out those gaps afterwards and you end up with a lovely finished video. When the main video is recorded, I can look back through my script and record those B-roll clips that I need. If all goes to plan, you'll end up with a lovely folder full of labeled videos ready to edit. And that's when you'll really see the value of that script. Well, that's it. It's how I script all of my videos. Now, I said I'd give you my worksheet, so here's the link to that. As you can see, it's a fill in the blanks guide that will be super useful for all of your scripts going forwards. Now, the next part of this training is really what separates the professionals from the amateurs, or at least it does in your viewers' eyes. It's how you record it. You've just put all that effort into coming up with awesome content and then scripting it like a pro. So are you really going to make your videos with your webcam or your phone? No, there's a reason I set up the Pro Video Academy, to make professional studio quality accessible to you at home. Look at how simple my setup is. Now, I do need to get interactive with you for this stage, so I can't offer it over here on YouTube. I ask you to come and work with me in the Academy. It's not open for registration all the time as we work through this in stages together, but please click on the link to find out if we're open at the moment, and if we're not, you can pop your name on a wait list and we'll let you know as soon as the doors are open again. As ever, if you found this useful, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to download that worksheet. Okay, I'll see you soon.